don't care if you use Twitter or not. This is a tremendous deal. Big. It might impact you more than you think. I don't know if you heard, but Elon Musk owns the Bird app now. Consequently, the parental controls have deactivated. Lifetime bans were lifted. Twitter's workforce was decimated. The previous leadership was fired without pay. Advertisers are dropping the platform left and right. Journos and media people are absolutely appalled. Blue check drama queens are threatening to delete the app or move to Canada. And, interesting. There seems to be a freshened, livelier congregation of voices. Discourse and dialogue previously suppressed by Twitter's former moderation staff is now accessible, trending even. Uncommon takes and opinions are flooding the timeline. What's more intriguing is the jailbreak. Numerous shadow banned personalities are crawling out from under their cynically indexed caves of forced obscurity, repeating rhetoric that got them banned in the first place. Free to be and freely seen, loud and proud, saying it with their chest. Musk has defeated the woke mob. Facts don't care about your feelings. N-word. Echo check. We're finally free. Virtue signal. Trump MAGA. Marketplace of ideas. And send tweet. Newly, Twitter feeds teeter with the based and red-pilled, the racist and the terrible. The miserably virtued once again submitting today's complaints, but that's not really new. And a healthy dose of the kind of political swill you'd see on the Twitter clones the excommunicated flock to. Sure, Twitter might be a waste of time and I should probably stop using it, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine, honestly, and I like this newfound glory. I'd say this is a glimpse of what Twitter ought to be like. Maybe something akin to 2012 Twitter. Open, unadulterated, uninhibited. I don't feel as guilty thumbing through this app while I'm on the toilet now. And it makes one wonder, what have we been missing? Did we lose out on something vital before the Musk takeover? Just how much of Twitter was nannied, lorded over by the cynically principled and correctly political? What was really behind the gates? Is a virtual free agora possible in the 2020s? Does the commons even exist anymore? Can the wish of better social tooling be achieved through a change in leadership? Is the Bird app cool now? I assume these questions will be answered in the coming years. Many are pessimistic about the takeover and the company's future. And if I had a wager on the outcomes, internal turmoil, widely publicized, polemical articling on Musk's management, giving way to his historical failures and duplicity, and a determinately caused backfire that will place the company on life support, to then shutter its doors or be sold to the highest bidder, probably Saudi Arabia. I'll admit, it's an unlikely end, but I'd put some Attar coin on it. Logistically, Twitter is in checkered territory here. Taking the company private was a questionable move. A publicly traded Twitter ensures an operative stability expected by its shareholders. A private Twitter might be excellently mined and looted by interested parties. I still wonder, though, if Twitter remained public, performed well enough with positive returns for investors, hell, even turned a fucking profit, might the social media cartel follow the trend of, dare I say it, liberalizing their platforms? Even if all this was in the cards for Twitter as a private company, would other corporations like YouTube, Facebook, Reddit follow in Twitter's steps? Revenue is of prime concern, obviously. What is the point of revenue if not to expand scope and maximize profit potentials? Business as usual. But surely dollars are wasted in rigid moderation and myopic maintenance. I mean, all that effort and resources expended to censor, stifle, control, police, suppress. Restricting your client base along arbitrary lines and manipulating the inputs of your analytics isn't conducive to long-term success, probably, right? Unless you're in government, of course. I'm not prone to wishful thinking, but damn, imagine if the takeover really was a step toward a new Wild West. Could Mr. Musk finally turn the smoke blown up asses into a fire resembling his promises? If all the gates were crashed and all the busybody Ministry of Information LARPers were ousted from Silicon Valley, censorship might nearly dissipate, and what follows is cultural prosperity. Progress, wishful thinking. We'd surely enjoy another golden age if these dingus dukes would drop their banhammers and let people be the freaks they need to be. Profane artisans await a space to work in without the editorial eyes of politics and very narrow avenues of profit. Dissidents wouldn't be dissonant. Less of masks, subtle duplicity, cautious peripheries, less subversion, more humanity, the good and the bad.
But how will advertisers make money? Think of the advertisers and marketers at Disney. What will become of them?
Advertisers always make do. There's fuckloads of cash to be made from the sweat in the mosh pit of earnesty. Instead of battling for the attention of bots and unintelligible consumers, the dope and unyieldy will earn our senses. Independent and distributed media will compel us to engage and be entertained. Thus, products hawked will sell themselves. Audiences, consumers, readers, they're all starved of the good shit. It isn't because we've lost the ability to approach creative edges. It's because it's prohibited, in a sense. CSR, bottom lines, NGO attitudes set the limits. I'm going to interrupt here and do a ad read. Don't want ad reads? Then just, support a motherfucker. Do you hate privacy with a passion? Would you mind if I sniffed out your internet traffic to maybe, potentially, probably blackmail you with all that freaky shit you watch? So you're telling me you don't mind if corporations steal your info to sell to advertisers and Joe Biden and the Saudi crown prince? Good, then, don't buy Atlas VPN then. What are you, not smart? Me too. I can't think good, and when I do, I suck all the oxygen out of the room, but I still value my private business. What's your excuse? The link's in the description. Everyone should wear a VPN to have safe intercourse with the internet, regardless of technical skill. It feels exactly the same. The sites load faster than you can come, and your browser will shutter with great security. It'll beg you to browse harder and faster. And it's okay if you have commitment issues. I got this link in the description or comment or something. I don't know. Atlas VPN. Try it today. But yeah, Atlas VPN is probably the best VPN out of all the. It's probably the best VPN out of all VPNs. But it's cheap. It does a lot. It protects your privacy. It's cheap. It does a lot. Protects your privacy. Gives you access to content that you normally wouldn't get. Just Atlas VPN. The link's in the description. Here's their deal going on right now. Yeah, the link's in the description. But something tells me you're just blind to amazing deals. Which is fine. I mean, signing up today wouldn't be the worst business you've conducted, to be honest. I mean, you're just giving away your sweet unencrypted goods to big tech abusers, and you don't even get a cut of the profits. They don't love you. They love your money. Well, good news. Atlas VPN loves you for you. Now, I use this word a little bit too often, but authoritarian. Who exactly established the criterion of what could and couldn't the public see? When the average Westerner peruses their big tech feeds and notifications, they can actually experience virtual life like a Chinese person might. The news is fake, the state informs the media, the entertainment is constrained, infamy contained. You can't say shit with your chest, and you definitely can't think the wrong thoughts out loud. Just create and consume the content, you little CPM bug. And for what? Piles of ad revenue siphoned from the irreligiously opiated masses, the profitable dullness of a compelled social order, trading collective spirit for quarterly performance reports. I guess being bored of it all the time does make me want to buy more shit at Walmart. With technology allowing us tremendous access, our wands suggest a more incredible world than what we see. But we've been anxious and lazy. We're all mentally ill now, and we got what we languished for. Ads on top of ads, on top of noise, on top of ads, on top of a bite of novelty, on top of ads, on top of nostalgia, on top of Marvel, on top of ads, on top of unskippable ads, on top of ads, on top of more ads, on top of ads. And we don't have to want this. And if that wasn't enough of a mental image for you, let me be a little bit extra with it. We're like ideal inmates when this fucking panopticon scans for any sudden ruckus or seditious movements. As the top brass command their CEOs to stick the interesting dissident retards in solitary while the crazies run about in Gen Pop, the silent warden subverts you, warns that you could be next, that you could be in the hole too. And goddamn, this establishment is secure. I'm never getting out here alive. There's some comfort to that. I don't know. We don't have to want this. Yes, I think it is that serious. And no, I'm not being histrionic. Maybe I am. Who gives a shit? And for all the new booties and randoms that don't really get my shtick and didn't understand a fucking word I said, I'll summarize it. It's all wishful thinking, right? I don't actually believe this. I'll put what I do believe in a sentence. All of what's hidden and suppressed from your purview, the off switches to the mindless content spewing trance we're in, the cessation of the needlessly political and obtuse, bringing all that from the fray into the forefront, an experimentation of what free speech and expression actually looks like on the internet. This is the ticket to a world you and I would be happier living in. It's so easy, and it's literally right there. So yeah, Elon Musk owns Twitter now. I tweeted this while defecating, by the way.
This is an off-the-cuff thing. Don't fucking comment. Don't like and subscribe. I don't give a fuck. Just fuck off.
Let me know if you want to see more of these off the cuff uploads though. Yeah.